Welcome to Learning Unit number 3. In Learning Unit number 3, we're going to start to get into the individual keratis processes. So we're going to start with the first and second, and we're going to also be talking and integrating that information into burnout in healthcare professionals. And we do spend a lot of time on burnout and moral distress when we're in the resiliency class. But I did want to begin with some basic information to make sure everyone had the foundation. So we're going to apply Watson's first two keratis processes, especially when we talk about the practice of loving kindness with self as well as with others, and being authentically present as we look at wellness in healthcare professionals, and which wellness and mental distress, which includes burnout. We're going to look at the most recent literature on stress and burnout. So, and we're going to end this unit by sharing a specific example of how a nurse leader can integrate integrative nursing principle number 6 into his or her professional practice. And we introduced the leadership praxis assignment last week, and that is due, leadership praxis number 2 is due at the end of this learning unit. So let's start. Let's just get on with it as far as what do we need to accomplish this week. Well, the first thing is you're going to be reading parts of Chapter 5 and parts of Chapter 6. I mean, obviously, you always can read additional pages, but I want you to focus on pages 47 to 55, that's in Chapters 5, and 63 to 67. So I'm cutting back a little bit on those readings just to assure that you get the most important didactic component. You're going to then do the following. You're watching this video right now. The second part is a video I had recorded in previous year, or perhaps even 2 years ago. So there might be a few statements made in this video about an article that I no longer use, to just disregard and just, review the content on burnout and ways, in fact, you'll see ways to mitigate burnout and promote well-being. The next thing I'd like you to really start with is this brief prayer that was written long ago. And I really enjoyed reading this prayer and have it posted, as a matter of fact. I feel like it really speaks to nurses and nursing. The next is you'll be looking at specific pages again. So always when I say specific pages, you're welcome to read in addition, but these are the critical aspects. Page 1 to 7, which gives you a general idea of the state of well-being report that was developed and goes out from the Mayo Clinic, and pages 10 to 11, which speaks to information on that survey specific to nurses. And you're going to read a short 2-page article about that's entitled "Show Me You Care." As you're reading this, be thinking of what would your response be to what is your currency? And I like the quote that the author, Breck, I believe, offered in it, a Ralph Waldo Emerson quote, "Money often costs too much." I think you'll better understand that quote after reading that short 2-pager opinion piece. There is an evidence-based care sheet, which I always love those care sheets. I see it has not been updated since 2018. However, I think this will really help you in responding to your discussion board after you have watched the video, the second part of the video. There is a tool that is available for free. And I think sometimes the best way to To understand a concept, such as the concept of burnout, is to see the questions asked of a survey that is valid and reliable. That means it's measuring what it's supposed to, and that would be the concept of burnout, is the MBI tool. So I want you to take it yourself, not that you ever need to share any of this information, but so that you can begin to see some of the questions that truly make up assessing one's level of burnout. Then for your discussion board, you're going to have a chance to respond as if you were responding to the opinion piece, Show Me You Care, by Bree Becker, which was above. And you're going to be able to provide your opinion as well. However, as a nurse scholar and leader, I ask that you do support your response, especially if you could support it with the text and the readings and videos of this week. Minimally, make sure you're citing the evidence-based care sheet and the text. But there's other tools other assignments and tools that you've been given, and you're all very, very good in adding additional resources that you share with us. So minimally, make sure you cite at least some information from the evidence-based care sheet and text. But otherwise, yes, it is an opinion piece that I'm asking you to do. You're cultivating caritas, and oh Lord, this is just one of my absolute favorites, is the opportunity to review your cultivating caritas every week. And for this unit, your concept is the practice of loving kindness with self. So the practice of loving kindness with self. And there is an 8-minute video by a nurse about learning the discipline of care. And you're going to see how she defines discipline and profession differently. So I found it to be very uplifting. It's nice to have a very positive nurse that we can listen to in 8 minutes and really feel as though we're getting some gems, some pearls of wisdom, which I did. And this is your section for putting in or information about the leadership praxis, which again was reviewed in last unit's video, introductory video. But all the information is found within. Again, this is a link from your assignment tab, so it's nothing new. And within that link, this is just an easier way perhaps for you to access the flip. So that is it. You will not see something underneath here. I have winked that piece of material off. You have enough to do this week. And so your Flipgrid Leadership Praxis number 2 is due at the end of this week. So have a great week. And again, thank you so much for your thoughtfulness, your reflection, your artistic application of the Cultivating Caritas, and for all the work that you do.